Hey friends, Gina Scalpone here. I have a few questions for tonight's Ask Me Anything from Jennifer. So if she hops on here in the next few minutes, we will chat face to face, but she sent me her questions in advance, so I'm going to start talking about them and hopefully help the rest of you out. Okay. Jennifer has a new salon. I believe she's been a stylist for a while and she just opened her own salon. So she said she doesn't have many followers on Instagram, only on Facebook. So she's wondering how to get more on Instagram. So that's one. The second question is, how do I fill my chair with clients that will return more than 2 to 3 times a year for trims? How do I grow my business? So that is what Jennifer is asking. Have you thought that to yourself, my friend? Have you wondered how to grow your business, like in general or on social? And have you also wondered how to actually attract a specific type of client? Because that's exactly what Jennifer is asking. How do I attract a client that wants to come in more than a couple times a year? I'm guessing, without her being live right now yet, I'm guessing she offers other services aside from just haircuts. Most stylists, we offer color, cut, keratin, extensions, we sell products, things like that. So I'm guessing you want to have that one client want to buy many things from you. There's something that I call the 90-90 rule. And I created a podcast about it. So if you haven't listened to my past podcast, go check it out. It's the Gina Scalpone podcast. It's called the 90-90 rule. Let me just explain it really briefly here. Okay, so 90% of your clients should be buying 90% of your products and services. So let's just use a hairstylist as an example, and let's just say that this specific hairstylist, we'll just say Jennifer, does 4 different services. She does haircuts, color, keratin treatments, and extensions. So now what you need to do is, if you want your other clients, like let's say the one client only gets haircuts, you want to make sure you have that conversation with them about keratin treatments, or about the products you sell, or about the extensions that you specialize in, or about your color treatments that you offer. So you want to have that conversation when they're in your chair. Now, additionally, you want to make sure that they're following you on social. So when you're talking about it on social, the free platform that it is, which you all should be on, then she sees it and gets excited. So let me just give you an example. What I recommend to my students inside Glam Hairs Academy is to create a 5-minute buffer in between appointments for 2 specific reasons. One, to take pictures of your client's hair. I don't care if it's basic. I don't care if it's just a blowout of like a bob. It might not seem that interesting to you, and it might seem kind of basic to you, but believe me, you'll have that picture or that little video or that boomerang to share on your social media when you want to talk about the brush you used or the product that you used. And number 2, you want to make sure your clients are following you on social. So you want to ask, what platform are you on? Are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook? Let's follow each other right now, or just follow them. So you know that when you're showing up on your social media, like your Facebook, your Instagram, or TikTok, that they're actually on there. They're your ideal clients. They're actually in your chair already. So then you're going to ask them about, you're going to talk to them about the other services. Let's say you have a client named Stephanie, and she just gets haircuts from you, but you really want to sell your shampoo and conditioner and your products to her, and you really think she'd be a good candidate for your extensions. So of course you're going to talk to her about it when she's in your chair. I kind of feel like that goes without saying, but you're going to think of her specifically in your mind when you're sharing content on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram about the keratin treatment or the extensions or whatever else it is that you want her to get. And then you're going to say to her, hey, Stephanie, I really think a keratin treatment would be awesome for your hair. It's really great because A is your problem and B is the solution. A, you have frizzy hair. A, you have some breakage. B, the keratin treatment helps with shine. It coats the hair and protects it like a little blanket, things like that. So you'll create a video or a post about it and you'll share it with her. So you'll talk to her about it when she's in your chair, and then you'll say, hey, I have some more information about it. Can I send that to you? Or when you're posting on social media, if she's following you, you can hope that she's seeing it, or you can actually tag her in it. So that's what I would recommend for how to grow your business, and actually how to show up on social media, and how to display your awesomeness on social media. That's called the 90-90 rule. 90% of your products should be getting or buying 90% of your products and services. So yay. Thanks, Sherry. You like this idea. Awesome. Okay. So Sherry, you're actually live now. So let me address your questions now that you're live. I was just addressing Jennifer's questions, but let me address your questions that you had, Sherry. I did a training a little bit ago with Samantha, and she was kind of asking some of the questions that you had, but I'll just kind of regroup and recap. Okay. So Sherry's questions are, how do I know what to post on social media? 1. 2, how do you know what you're posting is attracting the right people or even attracting people at all? And 3, do hashtags work? Sherry, since you're live, did I get all those questions right? Or is there anything else that you want to add to it? I'll start teaching on it and I'll wait for you to type in the comments. Okay, so do hashtags work? Yes, in a nutshell. And I'll get back to that in just a moment. 2, how do I know what to post on social media? That's a great question. My question to you is, what are your clients asking you about? So when I try to think of, when I first started creating content for social and for any of my online content, my blogs, my emails to my clients, my social media, things like that, things that I posted on my website, I thought, like, what are the clients asking me about? Oh, they're asking me how to blow out their bangs. Oh, they're asking me how to do a top knot. Oh, they're asking me how to do beachy waves. I would create content around that. Okay, great. Sherry's saying yes, nothing to add. Awesome, I got everything. Great, yay. So what are your clients asking you about? What I want you to do this week, Sherry, when you're at work, make a note, put a little note on your phone. Clients are asking me these questions, and put a colon. So when someone asks you about something that you think you could create content around, put it in that note section. So that's what you're going to share on social. Okay, you're going to share the pain points or the questions or the problems that your existing clients are asking you about. How does that sound so far, Sherry? Since I got you live right now, how does that sound? Are you posting what your clients are asking you about? 1, and 2, does that sound like a simple way to come up with content for your social media to promote your awesomeness? Let me know in the comments. Okay, hashtags most definitely work. They work on Instagram. You don't need to use them at all on Facebook. Okay, Sherry's saying sounds great. Awesome. I'm so glad I can help you out. So hashtags are a search engine within Instagram. Okay, here's an example. What I want you to do is figure out who your ideal client is. You've been doing hair for a while. You probably have someone in your chair who's ideal. So let me just talk about who she is. So she is really great to be around. You love being around her, so that's just 1. She respects your time. She respects your ideas. She respects your craft. So that's 2, 3, and 4. And she would be open to you saying, hey, Stephanie, I really think this shampoo would work great for you. Hey, Stephanie, I think you should consider a keratin treatment. Hey, Stephanie, I know you have blonde hair, but I think pink hair would look awesome on you. You want someone who respects your opinion, someone who shows up regularly, someone who refers their awesome friends, someone who doesn't mind if your prices are raised. If you raise your prices, they're like, no problem, I still love her, I'm gonna follow her. So that would be something, a few examples of what your ideal client would be like. So with that being said, write down who she is, how old she is, what does she work? Does she stay home? Does she have kids? What type of blogs does she read? Is she a dog mama? Does she have humans for kids? Like, what are the things specifically of who she is? So when you're creating content on social media, you're going to pretend you're talking to that specific person. Now, you're going to use those hashtags. Let's just say, okay, I'll use myself as an example. I specialize in bridal hair. I live in Chicago and it's 2021. So a hashtag I could use would be hashtag Chicago Bride 2021. Be very specific, because I know I do specialize in wedding hair. I like to attract clients when I post about wedding hair or wedding makeup. My team and I do wedding hair and makeup all throughout the city. And those are the type of hashtags that I would use. In addition to those hashtags, what you want to do is have hashtags related to the actual picture. So let's go back to the reference for me. I'm using hashtags like Chicago Bride, Chicago 21 Bride, Bridal Hair Chicago. If I had a picture of a previous bride, let's say, and I'm using that as my marketing material, and she's wearing, and her bridesmaids dresses are light pink, I might say something in the hashtag for Instagram like light pink, hashtag light pink bridesmaids dresses. Or if there's 6 bridesmaids, I might put 6 bridesmaids, because that's what's specifically related to the picture itself. So would my ideal client be hashtagging 6 bridesmaids or pink dresses? Possibly, but that's actually what's in the picture of what I'm posting. Sherry, how does that sound? Does that make sense? That's a generalization of how hashtags work. Again, I have a podcast. It's called the Gina Scalpone Podcast, and it's called Hashtags 101. I go into more detail in there. Hopefully that helps you out. Okay, and your other question you were asking was, how do you know what you're posting is attracting the right people, one, or even attracting people at all? Great question. So you want to look at your stats. So the people that are in your chair over the last 2 weeks, are they, one, following you on social? Are they engaging on your social accounts? Are they even on social media at all? Look at who's engaging in what you're posting and see if those people are actually in your chair. Sherry's saying, makes a lot of sense. I don't know much about Instagram, LOL. No worries at all. Instagram is a little, Facebook I feel like is much more straightforward. Instagram is a little tricky, especially when it comes to hashtags. So I totally get where you're coming from. I've been posting 6 to 7 days a week for the last 3 years on Instagram. I'm still trying to figure it out. But the thing is, the algorithms are like really smart computers. They're always changing things up so nobody can like copy it, so no one can rig the system. So it's always something to learn about, and that's okay. Nobody knows about it. We'll never know about it. When we know about it, Instagram won't be around anymore. So what I want you to make sure you do is, before you get into hashtags, any of you that are listening, before you get all overwhelmed with hashtags, what I want you to do first is come up with a list of things that you're going to talk about on social. So it's either going to be, let's say if you're a stylist, you're going to talk about haircuts and color, some behind the scenes, what you do on your day off. Think of 4 or 5 things that you want to talk about, and then decide what platforms you're going to show up on what days. Just start with that. That's as basic as it gets. Figure out the hashtags down the road. That just makes things a whole lot more complicated. And you don't need hashtags on Facebook at all, so don't even worry about that. If you're not really on Instagram and you're only on Facebook, don't even worry about the hashtags yet. Get down to the hashtags eventually. And just make sure in every social media post you have 3 things: a hook, insight, and call to action. Let me just break that down real briefly. Hook is something like, check out her before and after pictures. Do you want to learn how to do beachy waves in your hair? 3 steps to do a top knot within 2 minutes. Something that will hook someone in and get them to stop and keep reading. Then the insight part is going to be something that's going to be inspirational or educational, like, hey, want to learn how to do a top knot in under 2 minutes? And then you're going to put step 1, 2, 3, and 4, how to do that, with a picture of your client or a celebrity or someone wearing a top knot, or a video or reels or a boomerang of the actual top knot. And then the CTA is the call to action. What do you want them to do? Do you want them to book an appointment, comment below, send me a DM? Just make sure you have all 3 of those things on a social media post. How does this sound, Sherry? Do you have any other questions now that you're here live? I answered Jennifer's questions as well. And I hope this helped you guys out. Let me know, Sherry, do you have any more questions? And if not, I'm going to sign off. Friends, just make sure you are trying. Go look at my social media accounts. See what I do. In every post, I have a hook, content, and call to action. I know what the pain points are of my potential students. I have an academy called Glam Hair's Academy. I have students in my academy. I know what their issues are. I know what the issues are before people come into my academy. So I share things that would help them out. In addition, I'm a stylist. I've been a stylist for 25 years. So I'm always talking about hair tutorial videos, different things to help out brides. We specialize in bridal hair and makeup. I do an appointment called wardrobe editing. So I'm talking about things with your wardrobe, how to make one dress look super cute 5 different ways, how to know if the dress still fits you, how to make your waist look trimmer with that dress on, how to make that dress go from summer to winter, that kind of thing. So I'm talking about things that my ideal client either asks me about or quote unquote has issues with. So, okay, it helps a lot. No more questions. Sherry's saying, awesome. Okay, great. I hope this all helped the rest of you out. Thank you so much for watching, friends. And Ask Me Anything is every single Monday. So if you want to be featured, and let me know, comment below, and I'd be happy to bring you on and answer your questions in my weekly Ask Me Anything. Have a wonderful night, my friends. Bye.